Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Simplified by Jinal Shah. Today we're going to do Pulsatilla Mind. I had posted a question on my Instagram ID at @simplify.ed, which remedy you'd want me to do, and I got a lot of response for Pulsatilla. We will be doing this through a video method. I have posted one which was on Santoninum. If you want to see that, you can check on the I button above. We will be adding a little bit of other remedies as well, based on their similarities. Let's get started. As I said, we will be adding Ignatia, Moschus, and Asafoetida. I'm sure the first question that must have come to your mind is, are we doing hysterical remedies? And yeah, kind of, sort of, we are doing hysterical remedies. What is hysteria? Hysteria is an uncontrollable outburst of emotion. That is when a person is normal at one point, but then he's completely under control of his emotion, and those are excessively shown outside, or they are exacerbated and can be seen through various sensory, motor, or both, or any sort of disturbance. When I searched hysteria for images, as you can see, I got so many female pictures except this one, and I want to change that perspective. So I have chosen a show called Modern Family, and I have chosen a character which is male and which is hysterical. And through that, we will try to understand a few remedies as we go ahead. If you've not watched Modern Family, you will still understand it through the videos. And I'll give you a homework. Go watch it. There are 11 seasons, but all of it is worth it. Let's start. I'll play in the videos and then we will try to see and
Home improvement
deduce what
project that
we
we've
understood
undertaken
from it.
has been a near-death experience. Make the appetizers, and then if an accident does happen, I hope he kills me. Because I don't think I would be a very inspiring disabled person. Okay, what do you think?
I like it.
But you don't love it.
No, I do. I love it.
As much as you love the other one? Ooh.
Now, in the first part of the video, we saw that he had a fear of death, which was legit and valid, but it was more as in how he will be perceived by the society and not really what will happen if he dies or what happens to the family. There is a quotient of how he's going to be visualized by anybody who is not him. He really wants attention and approval. Similarly, like we see in the second scene, when he is dissatisfied by the answer given by his partner in the show, he kind of needs more, he's not satisfied easily. He wants more of, okay, you tell me I'm looking pretty, you tell me I'm looking good. He wants that sort of attention and approval, which is clearly seen in Pulsatilla.
Dance with the ballet.
After one, throwing out all of our food, and two, blaming me, he entered stage 3. Soap actress.
I just wish my sister would put herself out there more. She has so much to offer. Why are men so superficial?
That was followed by stage 4, a rush of epiphanies.
I don't need food. Look at this, architecture's everywhere. Oh, Spaniards make amazing athletes.
Into stage 5, despair.
Daddy, we hide it, but you didn't seek.
Cam. Then came rage. Hey, what you got there? I'm beginning to question our taste.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. We have great taste.
I'm breaking the window!
Emergency assistance, this is Trina.
We locked our baby in the car and people are judging us.
I swear to God, I'm gonna break it!
Do not break the window, you'll get glass on her.
Sir, please tell your wife to relax. Everything is going to be okay.
That's a man.
Really?
Don't worry, Lily! Lily, Daddy's coming for you!
Sir?
Okay, that was a big video, but what we basically understood was the changeability. Changeability in Pulsatilla, Ignatia, Moschus, Asafoetida, it is seen in all the 4 drugs. We usually say changeability matlab Pulsatilla, but broaden your horizon. One was of mood, that there was sudden change from fits of joy to ill humor to anger. Pulsatillas are not very violent as shown in the clip, but the basic theme is covered. Second one was when he was wearing the whole white thing. He has this delusion that the sun is going to harm him in some manner. In Pulsatilla, I found out there is one symptom that any food is like he has a delusion that a certain food is poisonous for him, and that is quite strong. It comes from a place of jealousy or suspiciousness. And in the third clip, he is so tensed and so, worried about his daughter inside the car that he picks up the whole garbage can and tries to pull it off. That is again a hysterical behavior because he's not letting his rational mind act. He's taking over, I mean, the emotions are taking control over him, and that is what is acting out.
Slipped right off there.
Here, what we see is that he's trying to have a moment with his partner, but that doesn't happen anyway. That shows us that he wants affection, he wants that pampering and everything, and he openly shows it. He's not afraid of it. These individuals are highly emotional. So, if one reprimand or one negative comment takes them down the trail, in Moschus and Asafoetida, there is a symptom of fainting. He didn't really faint, okay, in this situation, but there is a hysterical fainting which is seen in those two drugs. Touchiness, again, touchiness is, a form of reassurance that you are there with me, and they need that constantly. That is why there is touchiness in these drugs. The main theme is wanting of affection, which you should take it from this video.
Call me old-fashioned, I just don't see other men.
Sweetie, your heart rate's setting off an alarm. Why don't you get off that bike?
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know what, why don't we go to the spa, see if we can get an early treatment?
I love that. Stop. Smoothie.
We'll be right.
Here we see him, looking out for men but not admitting it. This definitely, according to me, won't be there in Pulsatilla. Pulsatilla are going to be very loyal and they would expect their partners to be equally loyal. But in Asafoetida, I've seen that there is sexual hypochondriacness a little bit. So I've added this clip for that.
That person.
Adoption attorney told us it would be a good idea to make a photo book to show prospective moms.
Yes, but he thought the Cam's version was a little too artsy, so we've decided to take a few rugged shots at the ranch to, balance it out.
I don't think it needs balancing out.
Really?
He is seen as very artistic and dramatic individual, more towards the dramatic side, because he wants to do everything large and popped out so that it is on his eyes. This is not very pulsatilla because other remedies have this as well, but the dramatic effect here is for his want of approval, which I feel is in pulsatilla. The Pulsatilla story which we've heard from our teachers is that the person is very pampered by his parents or the partner initially, and then the partner stop giving his attention, and which makes him a little conscious, and he goes a step beyond to get that attention either through weeping or like here by doing some extra dramatic antics.
Take this spin class tomorrow morning.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I get it. Message received.
I didn't say anything.
Here we saw that he got offended very easily on something that wasn't even legit or valid. So there is a trait of getting offended easily and reacting a lot on reprimands. He's very sensitive individual. This is also seen in Ignatia, Moschus, Asafoetida. The only difference in Ignatia is that Ignatia doesn't like consolation and is happy, whereas Pulsatilla definitely wants consolation. He wants somebody to say, okay, listen, you're fine, you're good, I didn't mean it that way, blah, blah, blah. And that is there. Ignatia, in fact, will not even like talking to people. It will be silently brooding. It won't even showcase its anger just as much. There is a delusion in Pulsatilla that the person is alone and there is no one there for them. That is again coming towards its forsaken feeling that really nobody is taking care of me and I'm all alone in this world.
Okay, just to be clear, this is low key.
It's a banner and just some light musical accompaniment, Mitchell. I don't have a lower key. Right.
Here we saw that he was really enthusiastic, and like we already know that he's a little dramatic. Pulsatilla are also very party people. They love company, they hate being alone. They love company, they love people, and they're very delightful and sweet. They're somebody you can get along with easily, because they are equally wanting the other person's attention and time. It's difficult to get along with somebody who doesn't want to be get along with, right? But it is not so in Pulsatilla. So people generally like Pulsatilla personality people, and yeah, that is what we can understand.
Painful first day as a music teacher.
I saw you practicing a bow last night.
That was just in fun. I highly doubt some teenagers are going to throw rose petals at my feet.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if I got slow clapped out of my first class.
As always, Cam approached the job.
Now, I did cut short that video because I didn't want this one to be a very long one, but we could see that he's very passionate about his job. He's going to be a music teacher, and he has so high expectations from people. Like, he wants the students to put in rose petals, which is relatively very high because it's not going to happen. That also shows that he needs constant pampering, because that is not going to happen in ahead in the show. He gets very sad and he feels forsaken. It's like breaking off the expectations that he had. This is again seen in Pulsatilla.
Happened just so he could gauge how much support he could count on in the event of the real thing. Normal.
It's my fault for loving him too much.
You can do so much better.
You turned everyone against me. Love me.
That's when I realized I knew that chicken.
Here we saw that he faked a breakup just to get sympathy. That is again one very characteristic symptom of Pulsatilla, Ignatia, Moschus, and Asafoetida, that they really crave sympathy and they would go to any extent to get it. Again, like a form of attention-seeking behavior. They do childlike fuss. They're manipulative in that sense to get attention. Weeps easily. They could actually have a problem through which they weep easily, be sensitive individuals, or they could just fake weeping, which is why they are put into the hysterical category. Fear of being alone, why I've written it here, is because he tried to convince the other friends that they've had a breakup just to see if they're going to be with him. That means if he's breaking up with his partner and then they don't have the connection, he wants a backup sort of. So that tells us that he has a deep-seated fear of being alone. And like I said, whining and craving for sympathy, that was very evident and clear.
Please take these fries before I eat them all.
Okay, that was a small one just to show that he has aggravation from rich fat food or oily food. Also, like I have mentioned previously, that he believes that a certain food item is bad for him. I think this is the last
With
one.
me? This business was my idea. I got you into the farmer's market. I got you into those baskets. You were nothing but a housewife when I found you. I didn't mean that. I've always admired you. Being a housewife is the hardest job on the planet. You're never not at work. It's just, how did we get to this place? Unless there's someone else, isn't there?
Now, you will not understand the dynamics of relation unless you've seen the show, but you could clearly see that he was angry, then he started weeping, and then he started judging because he got really suspicious and there was a spark of jealousy. So again, that tells us about the changeability of mood, which is seen through and throughout. He weeps, laughs, then he is sad again, and then he's angry. So now we have seen all the videos, but what is the final remedy? Now through and throughout the show I was confused between Pulsatilla and Ignatia. There isn't really a silent brooding factor, he's a very well defined personality. But again in Pulsatilla there is one thing, that is yielding and giving in and not having a strong personality, but he does have that. But he is equally hysterical, so I don't know what it could be. I'm really confused. Plus, I've added to the confusion Asafoetida and Moschus. The symptoms which match in Moschus, there is sexual hypochondriacs, which is also seen in Asafoetida. There is changeability, uncontrollable laughter. One important symptom is fainting. Fainting from anything and everything, but here the fainting is, you know, a true hysterical fainting, that is falling without a cause. In Pulsatilla, it could be because of a cause, that means he could have anemia, he or she definitely anemia, or any pathology. Here it is just to get attention. Again, in Moschus, there is the same thing which we've discussed about Pulsatilla, that he's pampered a lot initially and then he gets selfish to get whatever he wants. That also kind of fits into the Cameron Tucker personality. Asafoetida, similar symptoms, all of it here and there, just one or two differences. Plus, at an additional level, there is flatulence. To understand which remedy and the differentiation, I think we will need to do particular symptoms, which I will be doing it sooner than later, hopefully. And there is one more symptom of clutching the throat in Asafoetida. What's the remedy? The big question. I don't know, you tell me. Is it something from the four that we've discussed so far, or is it outside the four remedies, something else which I must have missed out? Because let me tell you, I'm no expert at all. I'm really not an expert, but I try. You can also watch a similar video which we did on mind symptoms between belladonna, stramonium, hyoscyamus, veratrum, and I think lysinum. If you've enjoyed this video method, I know this video was a little longer than usual, then please hit on the like button and put down your views in the comment section below. Send it to your friends, help us grow. Thank you.